I'm drinking, I'm drinking, I'm drinking, I'm drinking, I'm drinking. Lord of mercy. I'm drinking water and lime juice. That's what I'm drinking. I'm drinking water and lime juice. Help the circulation, help to cleanse the system, cleanse the body, and all that good stuff. How you doing, Facebook? Haven't been here in a while, but I have put up something on Facebook that I cannot download for some apparent reason. But since I'm here, how y'all feeling? How you feeling? Got a lot of events coming up, and I might even go live on Instagram too. Why the hell not? Why not go live on Instagram also? First and foremost, how y'all doing? How you feeling? How you feeling out there in the world of the internet? Okay, good. So, got some stuff coming up. Got some stuff coming up. Got some stuff coming up. I think I need some lighting. Wrong side. I don't need lighting from that side, that's for sure. I need lighting from another side, another route. I don't need lighting from that side at all. Oof, ooh, that's bright. Yes, man, brighten me up. Blows on skirt. Hey, what's up, GiGi? How you doing? First and foremost, want to thank everybody for the continual support and showing love, especially with this numerovation, motivation, and of course this ministry, because it is a ministry. And first, I want to let everybody know that we got a few events coming up. March 22nd, we have the big debate coming up with Sanetta's producing the debate with Garfield and Jabari and Captain Tazariak and Dr. Vince Bantu. And that's happening at the St. Francis College. And then March 28th, I got a new promotion that I just got hired to do some promotion for the Happy Documentary and Red Carpet Premiere. Oh, yeah, it's a red carpet premiere happening at the Schomburg Theater, the Schomburg Center, actually. So if you want to make it out there, that's going to be March 28th. Please go to Eventbrite and just Google Happy or search for Happy, the Happy Documentary, and you can get your tickets. That's going to be March 28th. And that's happening in Harlem at the Schomburg Theater. So if you can make it out there, that's March 28th. On April the 18th and 19th, I'm doing a weekend with Professor James Smalls coming up. Professor James Smalls will be coming in the building. And that will be big and that will be nice. And that's going to be a private one on the 18th, all day, 7-hour private event with Professor Smalls. Only 55 people allowed. And then the public event is only 3 hours of Professor Smalls. And I think that place only at Nicholas Flint accommodates about 80 to probably 100 people. But the private all-day one, 55 people are allowed in that event. Tickets are selling. And if you want to come to both events, you can pay for both events through Cash App or PayPal, and you will get a $10 discount if you're coming to both events. But if you're coming at one or you're coming at the other on April 18th or April 19th with Professor James Smalls from Hidden Colors, the great bodyguard of Malcolm X's sister, also the one who took over the Mars after Malcolm X transitioned, also one of the presidents of the OAAU. You want to be in the building because he's going to be dropping that African spirituality and how to apply it on the private one, but the other one he's going to be able to speak what he can speak on what he wants to speak on and that. So I just left it open for him on what he wants to speak on, because he is also the consultant for the Godfather in Harlem movie on Epic. So that should be very nice. That should be good. So I have Professor Smalls coming in live and direct. And man, there's so much happening. Also, please go to my Instagram, go to my Facebook and log in and be a friend on Instagram, Facebook, King Simon Productions on Facebook. That is going to be, let me see, hold on one second. Let me make sure I send some stuff out. But all right, yesterday I watched the Kobe Bryant memorial and his daughter GiGi very touching. I watched not all of it. I watched most of it, but I did get to see his wife Vanessa speak, and condolences to all the families that went through that. And it was good to see the place was packed up in California. So it was good to see that energy, and that was an energy to jump on top of, to tell you the truth. If you deal with the numbers energy, that was an energy. That 224 2020 was a frequency that dealt with the master, that dealt not with a master number energy, but that was yesterday was what we call the number 12 energy. It was a number 12 energy, which adds up to a number 3. And 3 deals with the expansion of your heart, the expansion of your mind, the expansion of the things that you need to do, which ironically, the name Mamba that Kobe called himself, or Black Mamba, but the name Mamba also adds up to the number 20, the number 12. So the 2 was very interesting for me because it showed the day that they did the memorial adds up to the universal day of the universal number of 12, which is a 3. If you add 2 plus 24 plus 2002 equals 22046. And of course, 2 plus 4 plus 6 equals 12. And 12 is also known as the sacrifice, being sacrificed for the intrigues or the advancements of others. It could be positive or negative, but once you understand the depth of what is being sacrificed, that's why people that are born on the 12th or the 3rd of the month or the 21st of the month or the 30th of the month must learn to speak up, and speak up in a timely fashion, because that is what we call the expressive number. And in the Coliseum yesterday, in the Staples Center yesterday, in I think it's the Staples Center, in California. I'm not sure if it's a Staples. I got to look that up. But in the center yesterday, there was an expression of love, expression of gratitude, expressions of him and his daughter's love for each other. Even what Vanessa Bryant said in regards to Kobe Bryant and the daughter, they could not leave without each other. They had to be. So even the creator knew that if they was together on earth, they would have to leave in death also. So I totally understood, paraphrasing what she said, but I totally understood what Vanessa said in that whole thing. Also, I found it interesting in the news yesterday, or let's say this weekend, that in the news this weekend, one of the flat earthers died doing a rocket ship, trying to propel himself up with a homemade rocket ship. I found that interesting because he propelled himself in a homemade rocket ship. And he died on February 22nd. Now, if y'all go on my YouTube, I told y'all to watch out for certain things that was happening between February 2nd, 2020, all the way to February 20th, going all the way to February 29th, 2020, because there's an energy that's been opened up between that cycle there. And of course, we had a moon we had to deal with also. So, but I found it very interesting that the person, his name was Mad Mike or something like that, the person that was a flat earther, he believed in the flat earth concept, and then he was trying to shoot a rocket ship on February 22nd to find out if the earth was flat or not. He's born February the 9th, which was crazy to me, because if anybody study nine has to be very careful of accidents, crashes, anything dealing with fire and all that kind of stuff, and weapons and all that. And sure enough, this man born on February 9th shoots himself up in a rocket ship, and he dies on the rocket ship, and dies dealing with a rocket ship, of course, which sprouts out fire and all that kind of stuff. So it just show you how patterns and numbers are revealed through a lot of the things that are going on. So I really want people to start analyzing patterns and numbers that are around them. If you're born under any particular or connected to any particular number, and like I've always said, that numbers do not control you. Numbers are here to guide you. So if you're born on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, or connected to those numbers, like the 10th is connected to the 1, or the 20th is connected to the 2, or the 30th is connected to the 3, or so on and so forth, pay attention to the patterns of your numbers around you. And if it's a personal number or if it's your life path number, pay close attention to that, because when they show their face, they're either revealing something that you need to do or something that you need not to do. Duality is showing you what you need to do and what you need not to do. If you start seeing angel numbers, pay attention that where there's an angel, there is a demon, because both angels and quote unquote demons are the same energy. It's just two different extremes. So you have your good, quote unquote, good angels, and you have your quote unquote bad angels. So pay attention to dualities. People like to say they see 1, 1, 1, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 11, 11, 11, 5, 5, 5. All that is good and all of it positive. But do know that if you're seeing those key angel numbers or duality numbers that have those multiple energies, or you're seeing 1, 2, 3 or 3, 2, 1 and all that, it's telling you something that maybe if somebody appeared to you in your face could not tell you, like if they just came out of nowhere. So the numbers might show up. It's not coincidence, it's synchronicity. And it's good to pay attention to synchronicity, because everyone you meet, all the things you go through, all of it was supposed to happen. It's synchronicity, whether it's good or bad, whether it's high or low, whether it's favorable or unfavorable. Either you take it for a lesson and a blessing, like I've done throughout my life, taking things as lessons and blessings, even in relationship, lessons and blessings for me. No curses. I don't take it as curses anymore. But if things does happen on a lower frequency energy, then you got to examine why it happened, why you need to re-examine it and learn from it, and then grow from it and move on. And that's what we as beings in this realm need to know, that if astrophysicists always say that the universe is mathematics. To keep on saying, I've watched, I've studied, I've listened to the Neil deGrasse Tyson, I've listened to the Michio Kaku, I've listened to numerous astrophysicists out there that always say that the universe is mathematics. Of course, I got my honor in the ancestor shirt. The universe is mathematics. Once you understand that the universe is mathematics, and we are beings, an inkling, a dot in the universe, and we're connected to that mathematics, we need to learn to use the mathematics for our guidance and our upliftment. So if you're born on the various numbers connected to those vibrations, because numbers have frequencies and vibrations, just like a radio station. When you dial into WBLS, you got to go to 107 point whatever. And if you don't go to 107 point whatever, guess what? You're going to miss that station. You're going to miss that frequency. You're going to miss that. So it's very important that you understand your frequency and how to activate it and turn it on, like a WBLS or Power 105 or 98.7 Kids or whatever radio station or radio frequency that you're listening to. Learn that your numbers connected to your birthday and your name has a resonant frequency. Whether it's high or low, whether it's a power number or a challenge number, you got to pay attention to both of them. So when I see people with a lot of challenge numbers or a certain amount of challenge numbers, I go to that challenge numbers and say, hey, the challenge can be either challenging you to be your very best or challenging you to be your worst. I know people born under the number 8 that suffer from intestinal problems. Now, did you know that 8 in numerology rules the intestines? It rules the teeth, the bones, the knees. Now, if you understand that, it can also help you with your health. Understanding your numbers and the amount of numbers that are in your numeroscope or your numerovation scope. If you understand your numbers and the key fit where they are, then you can at least navigate and to understand whatever ailments are possible that's possible to come up into your life. So I'm born on the 1st, and I have to pay attention to circulation. I have to pay attention to the heart. I got to pay attention to my eyes. That's why I'm wearing blue blockers to keep the energy of the computers. So preparation is all about it. My grandmother used to say, and I know many of your grandmothers used to say, prevention is better than cure. Prevention is better than cure. So in order not to destroy my eyes, it's not that I wear glasses on a regular, but because we are living in a technological age, because we are right at the tip of the Aquarian Age, and the Aquarian Age deals with technology, deals with the rebel nature, deals with the advancement of knowledge. And because, according to studies, and because we are in the age of this Aquarian, we probably just tipped it probably in the last 50 or 100 years. We probably just tipped it. You know what I'm saying? The Aquarian Age is like this, tip right here. We still got a whole body to fill up for the next 2,000 years or more. So now that we're in this age, we have to learn to pay attention to the energy and the vibration of this age and how it correlates and connects with each and every individual out there. So I just came on here just to share a bit of information real quick, because a lot of us don't, just like I broke down, I'm going to something else. Just like I broke down, this is the year of Malcolm X. I said it on my Instagram. I said, this is one of Malcolm X's years. Why did I say that? Because Malcolm X is born on the 19th of May. This is his, and the 1 and 9 equals a 10, which is a 1. This was his 55th year commemoration of his transition. Boom. See, think about that. This is the 55th year of his transition, and 5 plus 5 equal 1. Now, Malcolm X's birthday is coming up in May, and 5 plus 19 plus 2020 equals, boom, 2044. And 2 plus 4 is 10, which is 1 again. So this is undoubtedly the year, one of Malcolm X's years. And that's why there's a new beginning, a new surge, and new documentaries coming out. All this is happening. All this is happening. No matter how long it took for the documentary to come out, how long he was processing and making it happen, this is the year to make it happen. This was the right and exact year, because it represents new beginning, new opening of the case, new revealing of things. All that deals with new. And because Malcolm, in this cosmic existence, to his birthday frequency that he came under and that we recognize him with, or recognize him as, came in as May 19th, this was a significant year for him. And because it's the year 2020, which adds up to a 4, the other side of the number 4 is the number 1. So this is a good year for people born connected to the number 1, people born on the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, or the 28th of any month. But it's also a good year for those connected to the number 4, people born on the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, or the 31st of any month. And then those two numbers are connected to the Aquarius and the Leo. So this is also a good year for the Aquarius and Leos. And in regards to the voting patterns, now what's so interesting to me, everybody wants to beat Trump. People don't know that Trump's life path is a 22. So right now he's in the frequency of his life path. So this could be anybody's game, but the most strongest opponents that's going to be coming up against him and most favorable would be an Aquarius or somebody born under the number 4. And which is so interesting because Bloomberg is an Aquarius. He's born February 14th, an Aquarian, which is ruled by the number 4 and 1. So this is also an interesting year for Bloomberg. And then Elizabeth Warren is born June 22nd. 1 plus 2 is a 4. Let's pay attention, people. Let's pay clear attention to what's going on. The Bernie, it's hard with Bernie. Bernie is like, it's not with Bernie now. It's not. He's not getting in. He's not the one, because it's been an interesting. Let's see Bernie's birthday. Let's go to Bernie's birthday. I can show you better than I could tell you. Let's go to Bernie's birthday. All right, Bernie Sanders' birthday. Boom, and his birthday happens to be. Let's go to Bernie Sanders' birthday. Bernie Sanders is, boom, September the 8th. Interesting to me, my friends, because when you add the September 9 plus 8 plus 2002, and that adds up to a number 11. Let me see, number 12 this year. So he's in a 12-year. He's coming out of an 11-year cycle going into a 12-year. But one thing about Virgos, and usually presidency is not such a strong thing for Virgos. One of the last Virgos that got voted in was probably one that, if you study history, Lyndon B. Johnson. Lyndon B. Johnson. Now, let me show y'all how this worked. Lyndon B. Johnson became a president, but after somebody got killed, after John F. K. got taken out. Lyndon B. Johnson is born August the 27th. So he's a Virgo from that side, but the strength is lying in the Aquarius. Its strength is lying in a Leo, or the strength is going to lie in people born connected to the number 4 or the number 1 on a minor level. So we got to pay attention to what is really happening. Even Lloyd and I made a great prediction with Hillary, and she did win the popular votes, but he took the electoral vote because money and finance, and understand these politics are running on an algorithm and a biorhythm also. So I study the presidencies and all their birthdays for a reason, and I've seen that the presidents that were least likely to be presidents were the Virgos. Virgos, I think out of history is like 2 or 3 of them. But the ones that are more likely to be presidents was definitely Gemini was high on the point. Leos was high, Aquarius was high. Also, Scorpions was very strong in the presidency vein in United States. So, not making any crazy prediction, but I tell you what's going to be a strong runner for somebody like a Donald Trump, who is, like I said, he is born under the life path frequency and mathematics of the 22, and we're in the year 2020, and it is strong for him, although that it can get a little crazy for him also. But he seemed to be becoming Teflon Don to a lot of people. He's a master. No matter how people think he's crazy or what kind of person he is a master at what he does. You know what I'm saying? And the only runner that I can see that can be strong enough for him is people born on the Aquarius energy, the Leo energy, or born connected to the number 2 and the number 4 or the number 1, according to the energy and the frequency and the mathematics of the year. Looking at it strongly. So get ready. Anything could happen in the master number 22 year or 2020 year, because 2 plus 2 equals 4, and 4 rules the unusual and weird and strange things going on. And also remember, in the study and science of numerology, because numerology only means the study of numbers and how it affects or how it's connected to you or the patterns of it. In the study of numbers, guess what? 22 or 2020 adds up to 40, which also deals with delusions and illusions from the 22 dynamic, which is the master number. So the master number, either you can be a master of delusions and illusions. That's the 4 energy, that's the 22 energy, and we're in that. So pay attention to all the illusions and the delusions and the distractions that they're throwing out, because America, God bless your heart. And big up to Minister Farrakhan, because I watched Minister Farrakhan on NOI.org, and it was a great speech. He broke it. But God bless America, for real. God bless America. If they start doing right, they can avert a lot of this madness, for real. If they started doing right, but the frequency of America, it just can't happen. You know why the frequency of America? Because America is born on July 4th, 1776. And in the study and the mathematics of numbers, 7 and 4 are the mental issue numbers. 7 and 4, 4 being lead, because 4 rules depression, depressiveness, and putting things into a depressive state. 7 deals with worry, depression, worry-ward state where they have to really turn around. That's why I tell people born under the 4 or 7 or connected to the 4 or 7, you got to always stay motivated. You got to always stay motivated. Listening to motivational speakers, staying on top of your mind, because those are mental numbers and you have to protect your mind at any and all costs. Now, when you deal with 1776, 7 plus 4, 7 plus 4, 7 plus 4 plus 1776 adds up to 1787. And 1 plus 7 plus 8 plus 7 equals 23, which is a 5. Now, 5 is another mental number, but 5 is the least of the mental numbers compared to 4 and 7, because it's actually 4, 7, and then 8, and then 5. In the study of numerology and its connection to health, those are the known mental numbers: 4, 7, 8, and then 5, in that order. And 5 deals with mental frustration, but also 5 and because America's life path is a number 5. America's life path is a number 5. 5 is the scattered brain, the scattered mind, the scatteredness of the number 5. Brilliant as they can be, brilliant as America could be if they really wanted to be on top of it, as that frequency of the energy of America. But 5 is also known as, like the number 3, 5 is known as scandal. It's known as being reckless. It's known as being overindulgence in many things, whether it's sex, drugs, crime, all of that kind of stuff. That's the number 5. And that is the life path of the America, because America was founded, quote unquote, according to our energy or the history that we're putting into, is founded on July the 4th, 2 mental numbers, 7-4, 2 mental numbers, 1776. And when you add 17, when you look at 1776, which is so funny, you got the double 7s right there in the middle, the master number 7s. Again, that mental number is so strong. And then the 1 and 6 adds up to a 7, which is another mental number. So you got 777. As far as I'm looking at, I see 777. What do you see? So I'm very, very keen with this mathematics stuff, not only from when I was in the 5%, but also when I was in the Nation of Islam. I'm still a member of the Nation of Islam. I'm just one of the inactive members doing something else at another level. But family is still there. So big up to all. I see one of my family members in there right now, Abdul Hafiz. What's up, Minister? Good to see you, sir. Seen you on the stage with Minister Farrakhan, sir. Seen you on the stage. I was watching. I was paying close attention. But pay attention to the mathematics, because the mathematics are revealing. It doesn't conceal. That's why these people can't fool me. Like Bob Marley said, don't let them fool you. Oh, no. Nah, man, they can't fool you. They can't fool you if you understand all the different modalities of guidance, whether you're studying Bible, Quran, Torah, whether you're studying the Tao. I mean, I got the books up there. I got all my scriptures on the top. I keep my scriptures on the top of things here. I got Gnostic Bible. I got all of that. I got the Law of Success. I got all of it up there. Honoring my ancestors, by studying. And that's what we need all to do. We need all to study and study the mathematics of all these people that are showing their face and showing their things. Study everything. Knowledge is infinite. Don't limit yourself. Study everything. And you take what you need for yourself and you throw away what you don't need. You take what you need and you throw away what you need, but study everything. So I just came on here just to talk about that briefly. And I'm going to be doing something called the Mamba Mindset on my YouTube channel. That's King Simon Presents. So make sure you go to that, subscribe and press that bell and subscribe to my YouTube channel, the Mamba Mindset. I want to do that, but it's building in my mind first. And it's really going to be called Reinvent Yourself and the numerovation of the Mamba Mindset. Because like I said, the word Mamba adds up to a number 12, which is a 3. And it's not ironic or surprising to me that, matter of fact, Black Mamba adds up to a number 3 also when you do it all together in certain forms of numerology. But Mamba by itself adds up to a number 3 in both systems of numerology. In the Chaldean system, which is a more older system by the darker hue people, our people, and then from the Pythagorean system, which was done and brought to Greece, and then he reformulated for himself. But both of them adds up to a number 12. And 12 plus 12 is 24. Go figure that one out. Okay, so, but that's the secret number. When you start adding the two systems together, you find the secret number, the secret progressive number to help give more guidance when you add the two systems to the two systems of numerology together after you come with a result of the destiny number. But I'm going to do something called the Mamba Mindset on my YouTube. Please, please subscribe and press the bell so you can get notified when it comes up, because it's going to be a very mathematical guiding factor for people that understand that numbers bring patterns and understand. So I'm going to use that to help guide and show you why you need to reinvent yourself, and how to use numbers to reinvent yourself. Even if you Google it up yourself, you don't have to get a numerovation consultation with me if you don't want to. You can go to Lloyd Strayhorn, you can go to anybody. But if you want to study for yourself, study for yourself, because numerology is all online. It's just that I come from a whole nother dynamic when it comes to this. I'm using it to motivate people. I'm using it to guide people, not just to tell you you're positive and negative. I've studied with enough motivational speakers. And I'm still studying under motivational speakers, even on YouTube. I remember spending a whole month with Les Brown when he was in New York at the New York Penn Hotel. So I've studied and continue to study because we're master students. I'm a master student ascending to be a master teacher. I'm a master student maintaining the humility. So it's very, 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 very important that we stay focused, that we reinvent ourselves, even if we have to produce our own products or create our own products. It's all right. All right. Thank you, Melanated Stargate, for sharing that. You're so nice. Love my sisters. They always looking out for me. You know, big up to you. Big up to all my sisters. I love my sisters. Love my brothers too, but throughout my life, it's been the sisters. Because, you know, my father left, my mother had their aunts, but I had to go seek my cousins and my father's side. But it's all good, because I still got to heal. I'm still learning the patterns and all that. And believe me, both patterns from my mother and father has a connection with me, just like with you. I don't care if you was adopted and you still don't remember your fathers and haven't seen your father, or you still know their birthday. They have some type of connection, especially mathematics. You know, so enough respect to all of you out there. So look out for that Mamba Mindset coming up, and get your money up. Also, tomorrow I will be doing an interview for the first time on my channel with my son. He's a self-made musician. He taught himself instruments. He got his own recording studio. He just came back from the motherland. His name is Prince Imagine. A lot of you in New York have probably seen him perform in different open mics. As a matter of fact, I know he's going to be performing at Nicholas, Brooklyn on the 29th of February. I know he's going to be performing there. And so I'm going to see if I could pass through. If not, I'll just make sure they're doing a live stream to make it known that I can see him, and I'll be part of that, watching it. So this is an interesting time, Pamela. Interesting time. And when you're in these 2000s, because we're 20 years in these 2000s, remember the 2 and the zeros behind it and any other number that comes out of it. But the first number represents maintaining your balance. And because 2 looks like a curve and then a line on the bottom, curve on the top and then a line on the bottom, the curve in the flow line understanding of numerology represents the feminine energy. The line on the bottom is the linear energy that represents the male. So the coming up of the female is most important, but the men have to support the female. We have to support their rise to being their best, and don't get it perverted, don't get it corrupted. It's about the balance, because 2 is one of the numbers that represents balance, just like the number 6. And 2 represents being compassionate in what you want to do and how you want to do things in your life. That's what this 2 energy is all about. And 2 in the studies of numerology is the female energy. That's why the females are being propelled to another level on one level, but on the negative, pay attention. Females are being abducted, taken away. Females are being abused, killed. I'm hearing about a certain amount of abuse happening in Jamaica right now, about men taking out women and killing women, or ex-wives or children's mothers, all that kind of stuff. That has to stop, because in a 2 energy frequency, and we're going to be here for a while. We're going to be in this. This is what this whole energy is about. We're going to be in it for a while. So we got to be able to support the women. The curve represents let's say, let me write down this 2. Where the 2, number 2 at? Write down the 2 so I can show you. The curve on top represents the feminine energy. The straight line on the bottom represents the male energy. So that's the support of the curve. So men have to support the curve. Support the linear energy, the line. This is another form of numerology. This is when you look at symbols and recognize what symbols are and what their genders or what masculine and feminine of the. Say, hold on, I study a lot. I'm telling you, I study. So we're in the 2000s now. So we're in the 2000s. We're into 2020. So we understand now. I understand, and I've been understanding by studying numbers that we have to support the feminine energy, but in its righteousness. We got to support femininity in its righteousness, in its wholeness, in its natural representation, so they can be the very best to us. So that's why that line is on the bottom of 2. Remember, in the 1 frequencies, when we was in the 1900, because that adds up to 1, when we was in the 1900, that's the linear energy. So it was all predominantly men running everything, But now that we got into the 2 energies from 2000s, boom, now it's time to support the feminine energy of the 2, feminine energy of the 2, and that intuitive faculty of the 2, and the intuition. And both man and woman have feminine and masculine in them. It's just don't pervert it. Don't get it perverted. Have discipline. And I know they're trying to pervert it through all kinds of means. That's why you got to go read people's books like Dr. Wesley Muhammad's books on the pot plot. And I have the other one he got. I didn't get the pot plot yet, but I have the other one that he put out too about marijuana. Also, Dr. Baruti, who was one of Dr. Wesley Muhammad's teachers. Dr. Baruti, who put out the, where's that book at? Yes, that's my books. Those are my books. There's Dr. Baruti's book right here. Dr. Baruti's book, Homosexuality and the Effeminization of the African Male. Very good book to have in your collection. And another good book to have in your collection is by Isis Papers, yes, but also War on the Horizons book. His book is good too. That's Irritated Genies. His book is good. Very good books to have in your collection so you can study and understand these type of things. And Dr. Africa have all. I've been doing that for a while. Been teaching on that for a while. So I'm going to move right along, family, and keep it moving. Want to thank everybody that came on. And everybody, please share this if you can. Share it with a friend. And remember, stay focused. Stay alert, stay positive in this 2020 dynamic, because this is when you're supposed to have your 2020 vision and your antennas up. Antennas got to be up in 2020 because they're going to be casting a lot of spells and illusions and delusions. And that's what they're trying to do. So when they're doing something over here or they throw a stone over there, they're absolutely doing something else underhandedly. But we're not supposed to be worried. Don't worry about it. Just keep up your prayers. Keep on honoring your ancestors. Keep on showing respect to your inner self and your outer self, and respect to those outside. But take care of the inner you so you can manifest great things on the outer you. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Hit me up. If you want to do a session with me, please go to my YouTube, King Simon Presents. On all the description bars, I have all the information in the description, or hit me up on IG, that's King Simon Productions, or Numeroversity, or hit me up on Instagram also, that's King Simon Production, and Twitter. I'm on Twitter also, so I be tweeting too. So have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Be safe, love, peace, and soul. Take care of yourself. One love.